Hello friends, happy Tuesday. This seems really dark. I hope you guys can see me. I don't know why it seems so dark. Tonight we're gonna work on the boy gnome real quick together, and then we're gonna also do our monster insert. So our second Halloween costume insert. I need, where'd it go? Here we go, this one. All right, hey Georgie, so I'm gonna tip you guys down. I'm just gonna paint it real quick, and I'm not gonna do like the original attachments that come with it, the regular hat and whatnot. I've got it here. I'm not using mine personally, but it does come with a set. So you can paint yours however you want to. Anyways, I'm just here to kind of show you how it's assembled and give you an idea on that. Okay, so let's see here. We're gonna need some white because we have his big beard that we've got to do. I feel like usually I turn the brightness on here or something. You guys seem super, super dark. And I don't know if I can fix that. Can you see me good, Georgie, or is it super dark? All right, so here is his base. Here's the front part of him. He's gonna come with some arms, and you're gonna have his hands that come with the original kit. His nose will go here. There is a spot or a piece that goes on the back side to, you're good. Okay, perfect, thank you. To give it some stability, so that I'm gonna set off to the side. So these are the parts that I'm going to paint. However, when you get the original kit, you'll have, like I said, this little hat and whatever with it too. We're just not gonna do all of that. Hi Susan, I'm doing good, how are you? All right, so I'm gonna start with my hair for him. You guys would be so proud, or should be so proud, I actually cleaned my brushes last night. I don't do that very often. I did let them sit in the sink all night, or at the sink in water, but then when I rinsed them today, or when I went in to clean them, they were perfectly fine. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to, he's got some green in this brush, whatever. I'm not even gonna worry about it. We're just giving him some dimension. I'm gonna paint his beard, and then we'll paint his clothing, and I'm gonna try and match him up. He's not gonna have as much showing as the girl. She's blue for her main part, like her dress, I guess. He's just gonna have this little part of his pants showing. And actually, I guess probably his legs will be painted too, right? Because he's not gonna have a dress on. But I'm gonna stick with that same dark blue, navy blue, I think it is, or admiral blue, so that my gnomes match if I do ever decide to not have them dressed up in one of their fancy little attachment outfits that they've got. But mine will always be something for the seasons, so I'm not worried about painting the original set. It's so funny that that little bit of green is still showing through on my brush. That's all right. I don't know if you guys can even see it. It's very, very faint. But there's definitely a little bit of green on my brush. Just gives them some more dimension, some more personality. And I could be super careful down here along these lines if I wanted to, or I could have even taken it all apart, but you know what? I didn't do that, so it is what it is. I am gonna go ahead and kind of smooth out some of my brush strokes. I want to keep some of them in there so that it looks like his hair flowing, but I don't want them all there. I want them to be nice and long brush strokes. All right, I think that's probably good. Hey Ruby, hi Rachel. Can you guys see? Let me see if I can tip you down a little bit more where I can still see. There we go. So I can still see the comments. All right, I'm not, actually, you know what? I did learn when I did my last one to make sure that it was just all white. So let's do that real quick, because if the arms shift at all, because they're gonna have 3D arms on here all time. So if the arms shift at all, it just looks like his beard or mustache or whatever this is behind it. So then you don't have that board sticking out. All right. So we should be good there. I'm gonna set this off to dry. This part is gonna be, well, it would be arms. So again, I'll probably just paint that in white, and then we're gonna do his pants. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint this area here. just kind of sloppily, just because if the arms shift, it would kind of look more like hair again, like I said. It just shows you, it gives you a good outline of where you want your arms to kind of lay or rest. And then I'm going to switch to Admiral Blue. And a different brush. Let's see, those ones are kind of thicker than I wanted. Let's try this one. And we're just going to do his pants. He's going to be wearing some blue jeans. This was one of the brushes I did not wash last night. I didn't use this one yesterday, but it's kind of questionably washed. It's a little bit rough. It's probably one of the ones that I was not taking care of before. You notice some of the white there got in there, so we're just getting a different color, a little bit of a different blue variation, which is fine. I'll probably do a second coat on this. I think I did a second coat on the lady. We have got a hair here. I just like to smooth it out, get rid of the brush strokes if we can. And then I'm gonna set this off to the side to dry. Hello, Cheryl. Hey, Pam. I'm having a really hard time seeing my screen tonight. It's very, very dark, which normally it's normally brighter and I can see what you guys are saying. So if I don't answer you, that could be why. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna paint his legs. I don't want him to have, she's got skin tone legs. I'm not gonna do that to him because he's gonna be wearing pants, right? So I'm gonna go down here with that. Not gonna worry about this, it's gonna be covered up. And then once we get him painted and assembled, I'll show you. We'll go in and we'll paint the monster. I think when I painted her, I wasn't sure what all showed, and so I probably painted a little bit more than I needed to, but you learn after you do your first kit, right? I mean, and I try to do everything live with you guys. I don't usually do a whole bunch of stuff behind the scenes. It's usually all done live. Hi, Dorothy. All right, I think his beard looks pretty good. Let's do another coat over here on his jeans, or maybe his shirt at this level. I don't know exactly, but it's probably his pants. He's probably got a belly, a little gnome belly, so his belly sticks out and his peeks out underneath his beard. I really like how that blue turned with that white there. It's just got a little bit of a different line. All right, so then we just got his hands and his little nose, and I'm gonna do that with Warm Buff, which I believe is the same color I used for the lady, but I honestly don't have any idea. It's been a while since I painted her. I do believe that's what it looks like though, so we're going with that. Just smooth that out so there's no marks on it, no paint strokes or anything. I don't know if you guys saw, I did post the witch from last night's live. After I got off the live, I couldn't quit. I had to do some, oh, what do you want to call it, like details to her. I give her some highlights and things like that that we didn't have time to do on the live. So I did post a picture of her finished. I think she turned out super cute, and she's actually right up here behind me too. Let's see here. There's our witch. So tonight we're making a boy, and we're gonna make him into our monster costume. So let me set these off to the side, and while he may not be perfectly dry, I'm gonna hit it with a dryer just a little bit. I might even want to do a second coat on him now that I'm looking at it. You dry it a minute, maybe hit it with a second coat, and then we'll start gluing them down. fine because it kind of gives it, I mean, up close, it doesn't look like it's 100% finished, but I think from a distance, it's gonna look really good. I don't think I'm gonna do a second coat. I can always come back through and redo that. Thank you. I think she turned out super cute. She was really fun to do. All right, where did I put my, here it is, my base with my legs. Let me make sure these are dry because I don't want blue paint all over me. I did just take a shower and get my hair all washed and everything, so, but look, I'll be covered in paints again. I always am. Okay, let me get the nose and hands out of the way here. I am going to get some glue. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to dry this part because this is going to have to sit in there too. So let's see, I'm gonna have to set this like this in order to get it to line up right. That's why I wanted to dry as good as I could too, so that we don't have blue paint everywhere. All right, so let's leave that. Gosh darn it, I did get blue on his hair. All right, I'm gonna glue this part down first. I was gonna try to do the other part, but we're gonna glue this part down. It's gonna be easier. I don't know really how much glue I need, so I am going to just throw it on there, and if it's up too high, that's fine. I'll get the other piece laid down right away. There we go. This piece is gonna go up to about here at least, so we're gonna throw the glue on here. And it's probably gonna look like there's a lot, and I do use a little bit more than normal on these because they're so big and heavy, but there's still not a ton of glue on there. So I'm gonna set this in here. And then just wiggle it, make sure it stayed right where it needs to be. All right, perfect. Next up is going to be his little nose, and you can see on here there's etching where the nose sits, so I'm just going to put the glue on there. You don't want the glue to be on the back part, that's where your inserts are going to sit. And there's his little nose. And again, like I said, you would have some arms and some feet to paint for him that come with just the regular, like, everyday kit. I'm not putting those on mine because I'm going to go straight to a monster kit. Mine's going to be a Halloween gnome. So there we go. I put his arm on, or his hand right at the end of where his arm ends. Same thing over here. Now there is a back piece that we need to do, and we also have the insert, the base. But for now, I'm going to stand up and move him over here to my other table and let him dry flat, so that we can work on our monster. So I have got these arms and these boots. And where's my other boot piece at? I just dropped it. Oh, here's this one. Where's the other one? This way. And then he will be holding a pumpkin full of candy. And he looks like Frankenstein. So this is going to be the head insert. So let's start maybe with that. And we're going to do some lime green here. I'm going to put my glue away so I don't dry it out. I'm going to get out this other palette again today too, just so I have more room to work with different paints. Oops, busted my top off. Okay, this is going to be his hair. Even though he's got a white beard, he's gonna have on his black hair because he's the monster, right? Let's go ahead and paint this green. Everybody have a good day after the long weekend. I have been busy today, which I guess is nothing new. I cut all weekend, guys. I took yesterday off from cutting. I did, well, that's not true. I cut some of these kits for the website yesterday, but I didn't cut any orders. I had all the orders caught up yesterday, and now I have like 12 more that I need to cut, which I'll probably work on tomorrow night after work. But I got up, I delivered all of the packages to UPS, so all of that is on its way out to you guys. Unless you ordered yesterday or the day before, those ones aren't done yet. Look at, there's like blue paint. There is, it's blue paint underneath there from yesterday. Darn it. It's all right. And then what I do, I had to go to the animal store and get some stuff for my chickens and my outdoor animals, and then I had to work. And then I did I cut these, got them listed on the website, the rest of the Halloween costume ones. Did my workout, had some dinner, I read a little bit, took a shower, and now I'm here. So yeah, it was busy, but it's a good day. Darn it, that was a lot of blue. Jeesh. I don't like, it's like when I put the paint down on the palette, like it reactivates the color that was dried up underneath it or something. Because that was dry, it was a dry pile. All right, I think that's gonna be good. Oh goodness. All right, let's set this off to the side to dry. Let's set it over here. And then we've got his hair, which I don't have. Do I have black out already? I do. What did I paint black with though? I didn't use this one yet. Maybe my blue I had black, but I don't think I need any more blue. So we're gonna go into this with, I lied, the black's dried from yesterday. I'm losing it. All right, let's see. There's pavement. I need actual black. There it is. It looked like it was still wet paint. I just was like, I must have used that, but I didn't do, I forgot I didn't do anything black yet because we didn't do any shoes or anything for him. Like I'm putting so much on here. I'm just trying to paint it quickly since we technically have 2 kits that we're doing here tonight. I don't want to keep you guys live for too long. All right. I am gonna hit this with a dryer because black paint, we don't want that all over the place. Mostly dry, so that's good. Get that out of the way. So then we have his little ear things. These are black, right? Or are these part of, I need to look up, I can't, my phone's right here. Let me see if I can get my computer out. I don't have very much space. I gotta look up what a monster looks like. What does a monster look like? 2 images. All right. When all else fails, hey Jackie, when all else fails, we just pull up the Etsy listing that I purchased the file from. And then we'll figure it out that way. Let's see. I don't always like to look at what they did because I don't want to copy how they painted theirs. Oh, here we go. Here's a different one. It's not the exact file, but it's got a monster. So she's got black hair and green for the top part. And then these are done in gray, but this one has the little thing on its head, which I think needs to be done probably in black as well. And then I think I'm gonna do these in black. What do you guys think? Let me know. Should these be done on the side of his head? Should these be done in black, or should I do them in gray? But I think this needs to be in black, so they should probably match. Let me know. And we've also got, I have to look at this one. I do. I have to look. Let's see if I can find it. It's under porch gnome. So these are technically porch like sitters. You can stick them out. I'm gonna do them in, it's getting done in black. You can stick them out on your porch. I just wouldn't leave them on your porch because they are cut out of MDF. They're not gonna last very long if you set them out on your porch and leave them outside. Even if you spray them with a sealer, there's still the weather, depending on where you live, I guess I should say. I mean, if it's summer and it's nice, it's not raining or anything, they'd be fine. Where I live, where the weather's changing constantly, and then we'll have winter and lots of rain before winter, I won't leave them outside. If I put them on my porch, I'd pull them in at night. And I am gonna do those in a darker gray color. So this is part of the arms, and I'm gonna do these in black. He's gonna be a pretty easy one to paint. There's not too many colors for him. Like with the witch, we did a lot more colors yesterday. He's basically just black and green, which is good because we can use up all this black that I scored on here. Here's his cuffs. And I'm gonna dry it real quick because again, black, I just don't like to move black around without drying it. I don't like to smear it. Black's a hard color to cover if you get it on something accidentally. You can cover it, but I like to avoid that if I can. All right, set these over here. Now these are gonna be green, just like his head or whatever it is. I guess it's part of his costume. Is it really? I guess it is his head, isn't it? Because his head goes down to his nose. So yeah, it would be his head. So we got a lime green arm with some blue in it because I still got blue underneath there. Okay. Hey Tina, how are you? Got some paint slapped over on the edges. Hey Pamela. And I'm just going to hit my black pieces again real quick so it looks like some of the paint didn't get dry. And again, I just don't want to have that all over the place. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. I'm not going to do any details on it right now. I think I'm going to put it together before I do my details, which is kind of what I did last night, and I actually really liked the way it turned out. Or sometimes when it's laying flat, I don't know, I feel like sometimes after I'm done I don't really like where I put my highlights and things, so I'll probably just paint it flat with you guys, and then later after I put it all together I'll finish my details and post a picture tomorrow or something when it's all finished. There we go. And then we got these cute, oops, darn it, I had green on my finger. Got these cute little like lightning bolt pieces. Oops, I don't really want that touching there. There we go. I feel like I got a little extra paint or glue on there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I am done with the arms. I'm gonna set these off to the side a minute. Let's put together his head, his hair, whatever. I guess that's his head and his hair. I keep, this green part's just throwing me for a loop because he's not put together, you know, all the way, so. So I'm just gonna fit this right to the top. Make sure there's nothing green sticking out above there. And then I've got his little stitch that's gonna go up on his forehead. Set that like right like so, and we're gonna move him off to the side to dry again. Where, I don't know, I am out of space. Right up here I think will fit. All right, next up, so we got his arms done. I want to do these pieces. Actually, let's do his shoes next because they're done in black still, and then I'm not like switching my paintbrush around a million times. So we're gonna do black boots. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I guess there's really not much other way to paint this exact costume. My witch looks nothing like hers, but my monster looks exactly like the designer's picture because, again, how else are you gonna paint the monster? This is exactly how I envisioned it before I looked at. The only question I had was the placement of the things that stick out of the side of his head and what color she used there. A little bit more black. Hey, Debbie. I have got like 2 more Halloween, fall, whatever kits to get cut and listed on the website, I believe. And so I plan on getting those up later this week. So here we go. We got these done in black. These are not done in black. Well, I almost messed that up. I'm gonna do these ones in green, just like the monster head, because they're gonna be on the black shoes. So we want them to stick out. So we're gonna use that. Oh, that's a mess. Hold on. We're not going to use a brush for this part. We are going to use a sponge to try to keep the edges clean. Doesn't mean they'll be perfect, but they'll hopefully look a little bit better this way. There we go. Hello, Mom. We're painting a monster tonight. Now these I'm gonna do in dark gray. They're the bottom of the soles of the shoes. And then I'm gonna do these in dark gray. So what I'm using is actually Pavement, which is like a super dark gray / light black. And I'm going to use the same brush that I used for my black. So it's gonna keep it even darker. But it does give it a little bit of a different look than for the dimension when we put the piece together. Clean up my sides a little bit there. And I can see the black in these. The other piece I think is too skinny, so you don't really see the black mixture in there, but this kind of gives, you can see both colors. Okay, going to put that aside and dry a minute. We can go ahead and put our shoes together. So it's etched right on the bottom where you're going to want your glue. I'm just going to run it right across there and then stick that sole piece on. These pieces, got sloppy on the edges, are going to run up and down the boot. I'm just going to drop it right about there. And I am going to set this to the side to dry. I want to make sure it dries nice and flat before we get it not glued on. I was going to say glued on, before we get it attached for our piece to the gnome, which I use Velcro for that because he's interchangeable. Okay, so there's that. Let me run some black paint on this real quick, and then we're going to be able to get our gnomes. I should have done this from the beginning so that I had time to dry. It's all right, we still have the pumpkin to paint, so we can work on that in just a second. I'm just going to let this, I'm not worried about painting the base, guys. I can paint that later when you guys are not on live. It's just going to be painted black, just like my other one. For the girl, which you don't really see the base. Let me show you again. See, she's back there. You're not really going to see the base. She's just standing on it. Same thing for him. I'm going to set his foot off to the side. And now our last piece is going to be this cute little pumpkin. We are going to paint the back of it black so that he looks like a little jack-o'-lantern. You can see his face. Hello, Linda. And we don't have to paint the whole thing. It just needs to be painted in the middle part where pieces are going to show through, right? So let's go ahead and dry that. Again, just because it's black, I don't like the black paint getting on everything. So now, oh man, I still gotta do a little bit more. But now when I put this on there, you'll just see his little mouth, like a little jack-o'-lantern, right? Let's try it again. You missed quite a bit so far, Linda. We're putting together our boy gnome tonight and putting this costume together. So you'll probably want to go back and watch the replay. All right, let me go ahead and I'm gonna get out some sponges now because now we're working with some smaller pieces. So that's why I've been using my brushes mostly, just because I've been working with the bigger pieces, but now we're moving on to smaller ones again. So I'm gonna go get some orange for my pumpkin. And I just got way too much orange on my plate. I didn't mean to, but and he's just going to be kind of basic right now, kind of plain. I'm not going to do all the details with him on the live with you guys, but I'll add some dimension and stuff to him too. Like I said, since we're basically doing 2 kits tonight, I didn't want to keep you guys on here forever. I don't even know how long we've been on here right now. Does it tell me on here? It does not. Let's see. I think we got on though about probably half an hour ago, maybe. Have we been on here for about a half an hour? All right, so there we go, our little orange pumpkin. 37 minutes, thank you, Tina. Yeah, I don't want to keep you guys on here too much longer, so I won't do any details with you guys tonight, but I will get I'll get some pictures posted once I get the details on here. So I want my stem to be brown, but I don't want it to be super brown, so I'm gonna use, oh, that's not the one I usually use. Where's the one I usually use? Nutmeg brown, here we go. Just a dab of that nutmeg brown. It'll just give it a little bit of color. It's not going to be super brown. There we go. And now again, when we stick him on here, he's just our cute little jack-o'-lantern. And then we're gonna have all this cute candy to paint and put in his mouth. I'm just gonna run my glue around the edges because I don't really know exactly where he's gonna land, and I don't want to have glue sticking out like his eyes. It dries clear, but sometimes it still kind of shows up goopy, so I'm gonna set him aside a minute and we can start painting some candy. So we've got, what do we got here? Got 3 pieces of candy corn. Get some yellow out. And I always forget, how's the candy corn go? Is it white, yellow, and then orange? That number on top of the screen means, I don't know that I see the same number as you. I'm not sure. It might be the viewers. I see how many people are on live. I don't know what you guys are seeing. Did we use this one today? No, that one seems to be clean. I think, guys, let me know. Candy corn. Candy corn, candy corn. Let's Google it quick. Candy corn. I think it's white, yellow, orange. White, orange, yellow. Glad that I Googled it. So we want some white. And we will need some orange. Then we'll end with yellow. Hey, Vicky. And where did I put my yellow? Here it is. I feel like I need a thicker brush for the yellow one. Like it's giving me too many brush strokes and driving me crazy. Let's try this one. There we go. And we got these candies, so we can do, let's do some more green. We have some purple we haven't used yet. Do I want to throw some purple in him? I feel like we've got enough orange with the orange pumpkin and the orange on the candy pieces there, so I am going to grab a little bit of purple for some of his candy. Let's see. I'm going to do black for all the little pieces. I'm probably going to use my marker, to be honest, instead of trying to paint that. But let's do, I'm just going to do them all different colors, purple and green. Let's do this one in green on the background, and then I'll do purple on like the wrapping paper part of it on the edges. And then do the green middle here. I'm just going to do all the green first and then we'll go to the purple. And then these ones will have green. On the ends. Does that make sense? Makes sense now that you can see it? Okay. Where did that little, here we go. Did I use this? I used this for like the nutmeg, but purple will be fine. So then I'm gonna do purple on the insides of these ones. And I'll let that dry good, and then I'll color in the spiders and whatnot on the insides with my marker. And I'm just going to use a Sharpie. I'm going to cut this short here in just a minute. I'm not going to do the details on it. We're just going to get it glued down, and then I will show you guys what it looks like all together. And I'll have to post a picture tomorrow for you guys when it's all finished. You don't have to do purple on yours. I love green and purple and orange. And so if I had a way of throwing purple in here, I was gonna do it, and that worked out perfect for the candy. And I think it'll pop really good out of his mouth. So give me a second here. I'm gonna show you what it's gonna look like, but I'm not gonna glue it. Actually, I don't wanna do that, do I? Because it's probably not dry. I'm not gonna do that yet. All right, let's see. Got too much paint stuff going on here. Oh, let's see. Okay, move all the candy over here. I'm trying to make room so I can get my gnome back and put him together. I got hair hanging from me because, like I said, I took a shower, so my hair's shedding right now. Okay. I don't think I need any glue right at the moment, so we'll close that so we don't dry it out. It's me again. Here's our gnome. Gotta get out my... I just buy a giant roll of this because I use it a lot. You guys, I don't know how much you use it, but if you're doing a lot of interchangeable things, you might want a giant roll of it too. We're gonna need... I don't know how much. We need a piece here, some on the arms, and then on each foot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you might want to paint your feet dark after, before you put it all together. I don't know. I think that most of them are quite bigger than the actual back piece, so I don't think you're gonna have to worry about, but you can always go back through and paint stuff later on. I've done that. Whatever side you stick on as the backer, you'll have to make sure that is the side for all of your backers going forward. So here's his feet. Oh, I didn't cut those yet. I can't do that. Hold on. We gotta wait a second. I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm gonna stick some Velcro on where the arms go. Like right about here. And we'll stick one in the middle where he would be holding onto, like in this case, he's holding onto our pumpkin. So we're gonna stick that right about here to hold on to whatever our interchangeable is on here. Now we have to have our other side, which this side always cuts easier. I don't know why, but it does. So you have to have your other side, and what I do is I cut the pieces and I stick them on here like this, and then I take the back off and I line up the piece so that it fits on there perfect. And then I don't take it off right away, because if you do, then you're just messing with your tape or your glue, whatever it is. Your Velcro piece, you don't want to mess it up right away. Then we've got his arms next. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna put his arms on after I attach the Velcro. And I will go ahead and attach the pumpkin, even though I'm not done with the pumpkin yet. I'm not gonna put his candy in his mouth yet, but I'll attach the pumpkin and show you him at least. Put the guy together. I'm gonna tip him a little bit. I don't like him perfectly straight. Where'd my base go? All right, hold on a second. I'm gonna take you guys up now. So he just stands right in his base. He is supposed to have the back on him to weight him evenly. So you will want to put your backer on, which is just a little piece that goes to the back side of him. But here he is. And then his headpiece should just slide right in here. And now we have our little Frankenstein. So let me move him back here. Like I said, he doesn't have his backer on yet. He's not 100% finished. Gotta do my details, but it's gonna be a little wobbly right now. I have to put the back piece on so that he stands up straight. But check him out. Aren't they so cute? Hey Sam, how are you? Oh, I still gotta put these on him, but I'll get those on there and I'll do some details and then I'll post a picture tomorrow of the finished project. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. It's been almost an hour, so I'm gonna get off of here so I don't keep you guys all night. Hope you guys have a good night and we will talk to you soon. Bye everybody.